Got motivation? Well, if you're looking for more, having inspirational quotes around you is a great way to stay motivated. And one way to get inspirational and motivational quotes is going out on Etsy and getting a lot of good ideas. So that's what I'm going to do in this video, making posters with motivational quotes based on some Etsy designs. So let's get right into it. So here we are in Canva right now. So I'm going to make posters of these motivational quotes here for my design. So what I'm going to do is punch in poster. So here are all the different layouts for the posters here. A lot of different types of like templates you can use, or like kind of like layouts. I'm gonna do mine in portrait mode here, and there's like portrait 3.4 or portrait 4.5. If you're not sure which one you need to use, what that means, if you hover over it, it's gonna give you kind of what the size is. So like this portrait 3.4 is a 18 inch by 24 inch. And then it's really high resolution here. So like, this is a 24 inch by 30 inch. So these can be really big posters. At least for my purposes, I'm gonna just be printing them on letter paper, but I'm just gonna go with this one right here. It's 18 by 24 inch one. So I'm gonna click on it. So I have the poster template right here, blank sheet right here. If you didn't want to start from scratch, you go over to design and you get all these cool different like templates right here. And if you want to do something like motivation, you kind of see all this different like designs that you have right here. So, but I'm gonna do two designs. One I'm gonna do from scratch, then one I'm gonna use a template. And then actually first, I'm gonna need some motivational quotes to use for this one here. So let me do that first. Let me head over to ChatGPT. Now that I have my quotes, I'm back in Canva right now. So what I'm gonna do is actually first put the first quote that I saw, the one that's more about the morning or the starting your day right here. So I'm gonna do add a text box and just put it right down there. So it's very basic right now. I'm gonna add some background, maybe some logos or images into it as well, just to make it a little more inspirational. So I'm gonna go over to elements. So I'm over here in elements, put outdoor background, put photos or selected photos here. And what I do, I'm just gonna find one that I really like here. So I like this photo right here. I'm gonna click on it here, right click, and then set image as background. So when I set the background here, a lot of this wood panel is showing here. So I'm gonna actually change it around. I'm gonna detach the image back from background, kind of crop it a little bit there. And now see what happens when I do set image as background. So I get less wood, which is what I want. One thing I'm gonna have to do is change around the format of this text here, just because I wanted to make sure it stands out quite a bit. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of like play around with the formatting a little bit and making sure that it stands out, so you can see quite a bit. So here we go. So I did quite a bit here. Here's what I did. I'll take you through my process. I actually split the text or the quote into two different text boxes here. One, I just thought this part would stand out a little bit more. So what I did was I made another text out of it, and then I changed the font around. So finding a font is kind of like quite a task if you're really picky about it. I'm kind of picky about it. But anyways, I did the effects here. I did an outline effect, so you get a white outline here with this pink face font there. This one over here also changed a different font. So this one is Protest Riot, and then this one is Lolita 1 here. And I also had an outline with the black outline. Resize everything, making sure everything is positioned straight here. On top of that, again, this background here, I changed around this filter to a lunar to make it a little bit lighter here. And so what I did is kind of see here. Actually, I'm going to change it this one. Yeah, I like this mist one, so I'm going to do that one right there. So making sure everything's aligned. I do have a little bit of like white space right here. So I'm going to go over to elements and see what I get if I just put in the word inspire. So I'm putting a happy emoji right there. Look for one of these. And I like this one here, so I'm gonna put this down here. So I put this emoji here. I'm gonna put a little shadow behind it. Actually, I'm gonna do a drop. I'm gonna do drop shadow right here. Some blur, distance there. So small little detail, but I'm gonna put that right there. Kind of change around the positioning, move it up a little bit more there. Actually, I want to make this pink a little bit pinker, a little bit darker. There we go. So yeah, that pretty much is my first poster right there. So you kind of see how quick and simple it is to do. I did this in less than 5 minutes here. And I'll kind of breeze through the second one. And so how I'm going to do that, I'm just going to hit this add page. And then I'm going to add the quote right now. So this is the quote right here. And what I'm going to do is go back to elements. I'm going to first find a background for it. So let me find a kind of like a playground background. So I like this background right here. Let's see how it is when I set an image as background. Nice. So I'm actually go here and make it a little bit lighter. So I have the image selected, hit edit. I'm going to kind of make it a little bit lighter there. All right, so I picked this filter right here. It's called Zeal. So I applied it to the image here. Now with this text here, what I'm going to do is just kind of break it up a little bit here. So I'm gonna make it 3 different text boxes. And so I split it to 3 different text boxes here. So what I'm gonna really emphasize are 3 different words here, and that's why it's in all caps. Loved, there we go. And so what I'm gonna do with this braver here, I'm just gonna highlight it and add an effect to it here. Actually, I'm gonna just change the color of it. So let me just go pink here, stronger. I'll make it in green or blue. And for this one, I'll do red. Change around the red a little bit. So you do it over here, change it around this way. And so with this background here, it's in the way. So I'm gonna go back here, hit detach image, crop it around a little bit. So it's the less of the field is in the way here, and see what it looks like when I go set back an image. And so I'll go like this. So I'm gonna make sure everything is nice and centered. So I position everything right there. I'm gonna put some little icons in there. So I put a heart icon right here, and then that's it. So I can also add some children character here. So let's see what happens when I add some children. A lot of cool graphics here. Add this one here, like this one. Cool, there you go. And there's the inspirational, motivational one for the little ones here. And so what you do here, you'd all, to get it out, to print it out, you go hit share, hit download. I like to do it as a PDF file, do PDF print here, and then just go ahead and hit download there. You can also do print with Canva. So with print with Canva, you're gonna see like the different parts you have here. Again, here's a print preview of it, really cool one. So you can see like what this poster will look like. Here's the second one right there. Really cool how it stands out there. But yeah, you know, if you do want to print with Canva here, you definitely change the different options right here. So those are the 2 posters I put together in less than 10 minutes. Really quick, but really simple. It looks really nice though. And then yeah, instead of going out to Etsy, which you totally can, you can also do it yourself here within Canva, which is what I really like to do. And I'll print this out within like a regular 11 by 14 paper, and it'll turn out really nice. But yeah. So that was a quick and simple way of making motivational quote posters in Canva. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'm actually going to leave the links to the template below, so you definitely check that out if you like these designs here. Thank you so much for sticking to the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. All right, let's get started.